I pressed the button.
Please.
Welcome to the ugly truth. It's not October, but ugh. All right.
What is the October thing in reference?
Because I went, welcome to...
Oh, is that...
I don't know.
I'm like, is that something?
Weird? I was being spooky. You're like, what? I'm looking at a text.
No, I'm looking at the weather to see
What
how...
is it?
It's only going to be 94 today, but
good.
School starts this week for my child, and
Can't believe it.
I have a conflict on Thursday, which is his first day, so I was looking to see how hot I was going to be, and it's not. It's only going to be 80.
To walk home or get there?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. Well,
We'll see.
what are you going to do?
I mean, it is what it is. It's not going to, so it begins.
I was going to tell you this. At some point, you'd be like, what do you mean you're coming to pick me up? I don't think so, Mother.
He did that last year.
I know.
A few times.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a couple times where he's like, I just want to walk. I was like, I'm
Proverbial
already
cutting of the
on the
apron
street.
strings.
He's like, just keep going. I'm like, and then I would drive by and I'd see him walking. He would look at me like with this angry little look.
God, they're so
And he
weird.
was alone.
Kids are so funny.
Jeff is like,
It's their way of being like, look, I can have some freedom, okay? I'm good.
He's like,
I
this
got
is my
it.
alone time. He likes it.
I like to
does.
downshift into relaxation
He
mode.
decompresses. He listens to his headphones or whatever,
Listen,
his earbuds.
When Daryl and I go out to dinner and we come home, I go upstairs and shut the door. Like, I need a minute.
You're like, leave me alone.
And he's like, I know you need to. And he used to be so bad about not getting it.
just can't leave you be.
I told him that the other day. He goes, Stephanie, it's really hard because, listen, I know I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate.
No,
I have one
Jamie,
of the rare good husbands.
You do. And mine
There's not
was
that
good
many.
too. He wasn't as good as yours, but he wouldn't leave me alone either.
And I was like,
Ever.
He was getting ready to leave. He goes, I already miss you. I go, shut up.
Oh my God.
I go, you're going to LA for 24 hours. Enough. And he's like, I can't help it. I'm like, you can help it. I wish I was that way. Like, I wish I was like, I understand. No one can stay away from me. I mean,
Can
I'm
you
so
imagine
magnetic.
feeling that way about another human being?
Other than my children, no.
Like, I can't be away from you, Daryl, for 24 hours. I'm just longing for you already. Can you imagine?
No.
I would never.
In my world, in my life, I might have felt
Anyone. And I don't even really feel that way about my kid. I can go 24 hours without seeing my kids.
When my kids were little, like babies,
Yeah.
I was obsessed.
Definitely.
But now I'm just like, have you showered today?
Totally.
Don't you have a job?
Yeah.
What are you doing? But yes. So I don't know. And every once in a while, I think about our grandmother who hated people and didn't want to be around anyone.
Ruth?
Ruth wanted to be alone constantly. All she wanted to do was have her mean dog,
Her cigarettes and her coffee.
her mean chihuahua, her menthol cigarettes, her brown menthols, and her books. And
Yeah.
she
was a happy woman.
The older she got a bigger magnifying glass in her
that's
little
right.
lazy boy chair that she would sit in her house and read. And she had a couple cactuses. We'd come over and she'd be like, hello, children. And I'm like, oh my God, that's me.
I don't think she
That is me.
hated us.
She
but
didn't. She loved us. But
She
but
did
she
love
also really enjoyed her solitude because she raised 12 fucking kids.
I get it.
And
I
had
so get it.
a plethora of terrible husbands.
Well, and she was a waitress by trade. That was her work
Yes.
for her whole life.
So
Can you
we're-
imagine?
people.
You have to be nice
Constantly.
to everyone all the time.
Or maybe she was that mean waitress that everybody loved because she was mean.
I don't know. Probably a little
She'd be
of
like,
both.
are you going to have coffee or not?
coffee? Yeah. What do you want, honey?
Do you know that
Special's terrible today. Don't do it.
I've not done a deep dive, but did you know that our grandmother actually ran a restaurant up near in between Placerville and Tahoe somewhere?
I did not know that.
She ran a
not
restaurant
surprised.
for a short period of time, and she took it over. She went from waitress to owner for a very short period of time, and then
Interesting.
But that doesn't
me.
surprise me in the least
Either.
She was very smart lady.
She was just born in the wrong period of time.
The older I get, the more I realize how smart our grandmother was.
we got it from somewhere.
Well,
so.
I know, but I'm just saying that. Talk about scrappy. Talk
Yeah.
about getting
She
by.
was Irish. The woman had red hair naturally.
Scottish.
Whatever she was.
Pure Scott. But yes,
Yeah.
it's true. Anyway, so I think about, and so every once in a while I think about those times when we would visit, and we were you and I specifically were very mischievous children.
We were bored to
I know.
death. She lived in Tracy, California.
I know.
Or Turlock. I'm one of both, actually.
She lived in Turlock, I think, when we would go visit.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was just thinking about how
We weren't allowed to come inside. So mom was like, go out there. And that were like 6 hours.
We come in, let her stare at us for a minute. And then she'd be like, there's a vending machine in the laundry room. You can go buy some grape soda. We're like, all right.
They were in bottles.
And mom's like, don't talk to anyone.
She was worried about us getting raped or kidnapped.
Well, I mean, it was the 80s.
Like 12 feet from the house.
I know.
But yes, you're right.
And there's always someone like, who do you belong to? We're like, our grandma.
Grandma Gypsy.
Oh my God. That's a bad word now. You can't really say
Oh,
it.
shoot. And I just blurted it out. But you're right. Yeah.
But we called her that because she named her dog Gypsy.
Her dog's name was that.
Black, that black, fat, black.
That's how we associated
Chihuahua.
which grandma we were going to see.
That dog hated us so much.
I can't imagine why.
It would hide under the table and be like, hi, Gypsy. And I'd try to pet her. I would try to bite you.
Old and probably in pain.
Well, and Chihuahuas specifically only like one human in their whole life. They bond once and that's it.
I know.
They imprint and that's the end of it. And they don't want to they don't have any discussions, nothing.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it.
Anyway.
So, yeah.
All right. So how did the first day of school well, see, today's the
Today was just orientation.
Does he get a schedule today and everything? Oh, sick.
So, and then times have changed since we went to school. So now this particular school does what's called a block schedule. Mm-hmm. So they only take 4 classes in the first quarter.
Right.
And then they take 4 classes and then they switch. Yes. So classes are longer.
Yes.
And more intense. And so,
but then when you're done for the week.
Yes. What do you mean the week?
I mean the block.
Yes. So you move like on. Take your science and then you're not the following quarter or whatever
history
you're
whatever.
Done. Yeah, you move on. You've gotten those credits. So,
thank God.
Yeah. So it's a big thing for my son because
well,
he's going to be required to study. Fortunately, they actually part of the curriculum for freshmen is to take a research class. It's required. They have to take it. And it basically teaches you how to do research. It teaches you the card system, the indexes,
amazing.
All that stuff. So the whole school, which I was really impressed is designed for kids who want to go to a 4-year college.
Yes.
And they do talk about going to a junior college as well. But it seemed to me, it was very obvious that most people are going to the school so that their kids can go to college. And I'm like, yay. So there was some eye-opening moments for my son. You cannot get less than a C in anything if you want to go to college. And he does very much want to go. And so we went through all that. So there's always, we did the normal hour-long talk with the vice principal. And then at the end, she's like, opens up for questions. And I'm like, someone in this room is going to, there was some pretty decent questions. I was like impressed. Like, thank God they're relevant. But then there's one lady who raises her hand and I looked at her immediately and I was like, oh God, I don't want to judge you.
Don't judge. Just
I try really not hard not to.
Yeah, we all come
But
from
she
different
raises
paths.
her hand and she's got kind of like, hello, like that kind of raise her hand. Like, are you going to look at me? And And she's like, yes. And she's like, how early can we drop him off?
Oh,
and it was like the way she said it too.
I have a shift.
Right? Like, how early can I get rid of this brat?
Oh my God.
I have things to do. So I was like, yeah, awesome.
Did anybody else go,
like, totally say you're awesome, like, right on? No, I don't know. I just had to avert my eyes because I didn't want to make a face.
She said, well, I encourage you to enroll your children in a sport.
She goes, well, it's high school, so you can drop them off whenever you want. She's like, but in my opinion, children who are left unattended for too long tend to make bad choices.
They tend to find
She's like, and
trouble.
we don't have supervision on campus until 7:45.
Yeah.
School starts at 8:30. So
yeah, 8:30. God, how nice.
Yeah. So
God, that's so
for
great.
working parents, it is a little bit of a struggle if you have to be at work at 8.
It is, but I mean, but again,
but she said the cafeteria is open. They can come in, they can eat, they can do whatever they want. So it is kind of a more, it's an elevated because they're a little older.
Yeah. A little more accountability.
If your kid is mature and they can handle it, then drop them off and go to work. So.
Most of those kids stay home alone anyway. They can more than function for 20 minutes in the cafeteria. Should this woman have a pressing matter? That
I
she
guess,
needs to dump her
right?
kid off
She looked like she was like the president of a company for sure. Let me tell you.
Of what?
Well, I mean, her shorts, I couldn't tell if they were underwear or shorts.
Okay. So.
And she was wearing, Anyway, like I said, I do try not to judge because who am I to say, but.
You know what I love?
I looked around. I'm like, do any of these people work? Does anyone have a fucking job? Because I heard behind me, the girl was like, I actually put myself together for once. And like, I haven't done it in months. And I'm like,
my God.
Oh, God. I'm like,
maybe they're telecommuting.
I don't know. Yeah. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm the only one with a that I have to actually show up in my office every morning.
Dressed, pressed, and ready to rock.
I do. I'm not, yeah, but anyway.
Anyway, well, the one thing I do like about the beginning of a new school year, even though it feels like summer just blows by now. It's not even like it used to be.
It's not even 2 months.
It just,
He got out in June, in the middle of June.
Maybe it's because they just were painstakingly long for us because we just had nothing going on.
No, they were long. We didn't start school till September.
I mean, we would get out in June and go in September 2nd. It was a very long break. I'm sure teachers are now like, oh, the good old days.
I have people tell me that all the time. They're like, they don't even get really a summer break. It's like it's like not even 8 weeks.
I have quite a few friends that I went to high school with that are now teachers, which God help you, like, guys, like amazing heroes. Right. Seriously. I read something once where they're just like, well, I don't have a village. It's like, actually your teacher is your village. They see your children almost more than you do, especially when they're little. So don't treat them like shit all the time.
Well, the worst thing here, what I will say about having a child in the public school system in this genre of time is that you get what you pay for, and we the public refuse to pay our teachers a livable wage.
Agreed.
So you get what you get. You're not going to get a quality educator in that public school system that is making $40,000 a year.
If you do, they are a diamond in the rough.
They are.
It is rare.
And they are probably living with a spouse who makes the money.
Yes.
And they're fulfilling their dream of being a teacher because so that's what I'm saying. You know, I mean, I think it's a stepping stone for a lot of educators if they want to go into the college system or make real money.
Yes.
Right.
And it used to not be that way.
No.
It used to be like teacher was the end game.
You could live on a teacher salary in the 80s.
Easily.
Because
easily.
But we haven't kept up with what they deserve. And yet the education that is required, you have to basically get a master's degree.
You are in debt.
Yes.
For your whole
Who's going to pay for that?
To teach first graders
or middle school?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
Those
people should make $1 million a year.
When we were very young parents and our kids, our firstborns were going into like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. We were so young. We were in our 20s, basically.
I know, we were.
And I remember some parent, I'll never forget it. I walked in and it was an older mom and she's like, yes, middle school where teachers come to die because it's so hard.
I feel like middle school should be one of those grades that all teachers should have to do.
Like kids should work in retail or
exactly.
Food.
Like it should be a place where you start your career.
It's like, oh no, babe,
everybody has to do their time.
We're jumping into the front line.
Yeah, especially and if actually,
I think that's a great idea.
Now that I look back, the teachers, I couldn't tell who was a teacher and who was a student.
Yeah,
because they are so young.
Yes.
And almost every single year, Jeff would be like, at least half of the students, the teachers were brand new. It was their first year.
Yeah.
Teaching. And
yes.
I'm like, yeah. And it was no surprise that he's like, Miss Lyons just cries. Like she just sits at her. And I was like, that is so unprofessional. But she was so overwhelmed.
Oh, it can't be easy.
And she was like 25.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
okay.
Anyway.
Well, the positive thing is I just love the reboot. You know, it's like, okay, clean slate. This is the year. We're going to get it right. And, you know, most of the time it works for a long time. It's great. And then they're like, the teacher hates me. I don't do anything in there. And all of a sudden you're like, come on.
I am trying my hardest to go into this with a positive attitude.
You have to.
And my son.
You have to.
My son. So we're sitting there and she's talking about the importance of the classes that freshmen specifically had to take this year.
And you can't fail them.
Credit requirements. And depending on, like, is your goal to graduate high school or is your goal to go to college? Because there's a difference. You can graduate.
There's 2 tracks.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you want to go to college, you have to do more work. Yeah. So I'm paying attention because it's important that at least I know. And my son was paying attention, but at some point he got on his phone for just a minute. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything because it was just a couple of minutes, and most of the time it had been put away.
Sure.
But it was at a critical point where she was talking about something. We were trying to figure out why he chose advanced physics. I'm like, why did you pick that? Because he's like, well, there was not hardly any choices for science, and I really wanted to take physics, and the only option was to take advanced physics, so I took it. I'm like, okay, you know what that? I don't think you know what that means, but I'm just telling you, you're going to have to try really hard in that class, and it's going to be a lot of work. And so when
there was no prereq for that?
No, because when you're a freshman, there's only two choices. It's environmental science or physics, and physics only comes in advance. And he didn't want it. He wanted to take a physics class.
Okay.
So she's like, most students take environmental science because that's the requirement, but some of your students may have chose. And so I was like, oh, that's why you took it, because he couldn't remember why he took it. He couldn't remember what the other choice was.
Okay.
So
and
I was
didn't
like,
want to do earth science.
They didn't have earth science.
Well, environmental
was all they had.
Well, environmental is the new earth.
Whatever.
science.
That's what they called it. So I was like, oh, that's why you took physics, son, because it was the only other thing you could take. And he's like, huh? And I'm like, why aren't you listening?
Listen.
He's like, I was. I was like, put your phone away. So then the cell phone slide comes, and I knew he would perk up for this.
Of course.
So he perks up, and they're talking about absolutely no phones. And most teachers ask that you put your phone in a basket that gets locked in the beginning of class. But the vice principal is like, some of you don't like that. I get it. Phones are expensive. You don't like the thought of that. So it's fine if your student wants to keep their cell phone, but they must not take it out. And if they do, they get violated immediately.
Yeah.
We don't screw around with it. And they only get really 2 new. And then they're in the office.
Yeah. And that is a very new
It
rule.
is. And she's like, and look, she's like, the bottom line is, she's like, we're all dependent. She goes, I spent my summer in Africa. She said, and I was teaching in Africa. She said, half of my students had cell phones. These people have nothing. They don't even have homes.
But they have
a cell phone. And that was her point.
Yeah.
Was like, it's not just a thing here. It's literally
the
global.
world.
Yeah. So she's like, what we as educators have found is that cell phone usage during school is the number one distraction for kids.
100%.
They can't have it.
No.
They have to put it away.
There was
Jeff's under his breath is all lies. I looked at him, I go, what? He's like, that's just not true. She's just saying that. I'm like, shut up.
Well, we'll find out in 2 strikes, buddy.
I'm like, Jeff, don't do it.
I mean, and the thing is, it's like, you have to have your phone with you. So please don't get it taken away.
Oh,
Please. Like, come on.
I think that the motivator for most of these kids is that the thought of losing the phone
is worse.
enough to keep it down.
One would hope.
Yes, because they're like, if I lose my phone, I'm practically dead.
They have these things, and I don't know if it's a school around here that does it, but they have these things. If you ever go to a show or any kind of anything, they will force you to lock your phone in these bags. And you can't access them. They lock. And you only get them unlocked when you leave.
Interesting.
Daryl and I have been to a concert and a comedy show where you walk in and it takes a little bit longer to get in, but they hand it to you, they lock it, and you have the number of the key. And then you walk in and you have your phone, but you can't use it. Now, if you can feel it buzzing or whatever, you can get up and you can go and say, hey, I need to use my phone. And you go outside and then literally you can use it. And you can use it. But it's to protect copyright infringement and all that stuff. But I'm like, it'd be kind of cool if the schools had something like that. It's a pain in the ass.
I'm sure.
But if they can't have it at all, you could lock it up in homeroom and just go get it. But you know what, teachers... They
all seem to have some kind of a system for it, and it seems like they've been dealing with it for a while.
Teachers have eyes; they can just take it.
They do, and honestly, So I digress. But I thought it was funny, and I've been trying to talk my son into getting a Apple Watch. Yeah, and he's like, He goes, let me see if I can manage, and if I need one, because he really doesn't want one.
Daryl loves his.
I told him, I'm like, son, especially for high school.
Malia uses it too.
I'm like, you can't have your phone out.
Yeah, Malia, when she's working, she can just use her phone.
I'm like, but you can glance at your watch. I'm like, and they will, they can't take it out for lunch. But if they, apparently this must be a thing. She's like, if your student requests a pass to go to the bathroom and they are caught using their cell phone while they're out supposedly using the restroom, they will be violated. And we do watch for that shit. So don't do it.
Shit.
And there's also remember how we had Stoner's Park by our school? Yeah. They have one too. So she's like, if your student is telling you that they were just spending time at Del Campo Park because it's beautiful, she's like, they're lying. She's like, no good comes from hanging out at Del Campo Park.
I freaking love this already.
It was awesome.
Love the vibe.
And I looked at him, I go, don't you ever go there. He's like, I wouldn't.
Well, you're now. We'll see how you feel next year.
So
it's the sophomores. Because once they have a car, they don't give a shit about a park.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's this year and next year is when they're in danger.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so all right. Well, I cannot wait to hear of the adventures of Jeff in high school. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited.
I told him I never make my son do anything, as you know.
Yeah.
But I did tell him they have 30 clubs.
Stephanie, he has to do some clubs.
This particular school is big. It's the thing, you know, like a lot of students come there and that's what they want to do. They want to be in sports because they're relatively
Their football
good.
is very good.
Right?
And baseball, actually.
Yes. I mean, actually, and they have water polo, they have tennis, they have, anyway. So, but if you don't do athletics, the clubs is the thing. And there's 30 of them.
There's so many.
And I told him, I said, I don't make you do anything. You are joining one.
At least.
At least. I'm like, and he looked at me, he's like, ugh. Like he rolled his eyes. I go, no, I'm dead serious. Like,
there's
I'm not.
Gaming, there's drama, there's all kinds of cool shit. Whatever.
Yes.
You'd be amazed how much he'll love it if he does it.
Well, and the vice principal
really
was like,
it.
kids who are in some kind of involvement in school are so much more successful.
Well, yeah, and because you have to have a C average.
And you have to be engaged and you have to care about something.
And also
it promotes unity and teamwork and all the things.
It gives you a reason to look forward to going to school.
100%.
It gives you a reason to do the homework because
and you get to socialize. Let's face it.
Your friends are doing the report and you didn't do it. Now what?
Right.
And now you feel dumb because you're like, oh, I didn't know we were all doing our homework. Well, yeah, we want to stay in the club.
Right.
Or whatever. Because they do grade checks. I'm sure they do grade checks.
I'm sure they do.
Anyway, well, how exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about any exciting adventures.
Hold on. Yeah. So
what?
I just got a text. I want to go home. I already hate it here.
Too bad, buddy.
Yeah. No, I'm not even going to respond.
No, don't.
I'm not.
No, I know.
So anyway.
Well, there you have it. Anyway, well, I have so much to tell you as well, but we're running out of time.
You had a note. Oh, okay. Well, we'll do it on the next show.
I'm going to do one story, and then the next show I'll tell you.
Well, it was your anniversary.
No, yes, but before that, so Daryl works in media, and he had a very nice golf work trip that he had, and he begs me to go, and I hate going because I don't golf at all, and so he goes, well, you can go with some of the other people and go whale watching. I go, well, I'd rather eat glass. I'm not doing that. I'm not going on there was swells the size of a city coming that weekend.
It was in the news that weekend that the waves were huge. And people were drowning and stuff.
He knew somebody who, his wife was the client, so she golfed, and he went on the whale watching, or no, he didn't golf, and so he and his wife went and did the whale watching option instead of golfing. And they said, hey, how was the whale watching? He goes, I never want to do anything like that again. It was a mistake. Oh, because the swells were unbelievable. Yeah, and there were no animals, so they were just out on the water.
Well, that sucks because there's
been a lot of orcas and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. I've seen.
So he's like, please come, and I go, no, but some friends of ours and another couple and I and Daryl, we went a day early so we could hang out in Carmel, have dinner, have a couple cocktails, whatever.
It's the best place on the planet.
So we did do that. And what was hilarious actually was we were going to drive up on Sunday and go home on Monday. Well, our friends were like, hey, we didn't want to tell you, but we're actually driving up Saturday night because we want the whole day on Sunday. And I'm like, I have been begging Daryl to let us drive down Saturday so that we could have the whole day Sunday because I am not an early riser.
No.
So I would love
it's kind of far.
It's very far.
It's 2.5 hours.
Easily. Yeah. It took us 3.
Yeah, if there's traffic, it's 3.
Yeah, it took us 3. And so we all laughed. So we ended up having to stay at in Seaside because
that's all there was.
There was nothing.
Yeah, you know what? This is the season for that part of the state.
So there's
car shows and all kinds of stuff.
And Daryl goes, well, it's like a whatever. It was I'm like, I'm fine. If it's safe and clean, I don't give a shit. I've stayed in Seaside and there are parts that are fine.
Was it the one that's on the ocean or no?
No. No, that one was like $800 a night.
Oh, shut up.
Yes, it's insane how expensive that place is now. And
I've stayed there a million times. Yeah. And it's not.
It is the best hotel.
I mean, it's beautiful and the location is stunning. They have their own
beach. It's amazing.
They do, but it's still fucking Seaside.
They have a whole
And by the way, that hotel is like 40 years old. It's been there for 1,000 years.
Well, it got taken over and it got gutted.
Yeah.
I think it's like a Marriott now. So it's it's really nice.
It's a Marriott?
But it is Seaside. So we go into our hotel. Now, it's not a hotel. So we get in and it's open to the atrium area.
Was it the Embassy Suites?
No, it wasn't Embassy, but it was something like that.
I wonder if they if somebody took that hotel
over. It's by the freeway.
Yes.
So anyway, we look at the window. We're like, oh, look,
Embassy Suites.
The In and Out. And so it's like, it's really like that.
Got it.
They stayed a little farther in.
Though, by the way.
It was totally
people
fine.
Listening going, God.
No, it was fine.
No, it's really fine.
It was totally great. The room was very clean, and that's the only thing I care about. So anyway, we all meet in Monterey to have
dinner,
drinks, or quick dinner or whatever, and it was fine. They stayed in also a 2-star hotel, but they didn't know it was 2 stars because the reviews were 4 stars. So it's one of those ones that look like the old school, like 1960s motel where everything is open to the parking lot.
Yeah.
And
it's an actual motel.
I said, we were driving them to
damn. And Greg and Glenn.
They're so bougie. And so Greg is bougie.
They're worse than us.
Glenn does not care.
Yeah.
But Greg is like, wait, what? I go, you're not staying at a 4-star. He goes, yes, I am. I go, we're staying at a 2-star. You're staying at a 2-star. He goes, I would never. I go, I am pulling up Yelp right now. You are staying at a 2-star hotel. He goes, what?
He's panicking.
So we drop him off, and I'm like, wasn't it surprising to you that you had to pay $2 for bottled water through a glass door? Like they didn't even let you in the lobby? I mean, come on. He's like, and the guy didn't know how to count change back? Like, was that not a clue to you that perhaps it was a 2-star? He goes, I can't believe I've stayed at my first 2-star hotel. I'm like, oh my God. Get out of my car.
Stop.
God, it was so funny.
He acts like we were born rich. None of us were.
Yeah, we were all very blue collar.
No one in our group was came from money.
We are all blue collar folks.
Thank you.
Anyway, so we were in Carmel. We went to the Mission Ranch, which I've never been to.
Oh, I have. We stayed there.
Stephanie,
it's gorgeous.
It's so
we stayed there
gorgeous.
when it was
we had
like
the brunch.
$600 a night. It's probably $1,100 a night.
We did not stay there, but
it's very expensive.
We drove out there for brunch because apparently they have an iconic brunch.
They do.
And
it's beautiful.
Greg and Glenn love going out there. They're like, before COVID, this place was way better. It's very slimmed down now. He goes, it used to be like, it looked like a king's feast.
Right.
There were stations everywhere. He goes, now they've really minimized it. He goes, the food's still really good. And it was.
I'm sure.
He's like, and the piano player, there's a piano player when you walk in. Now, I will say the age range is a little on the older side.
Yeah, everything there is.
Yes.
It's just,
it's fine.
Who in their 20s and 30s can afford $1,000 a night rooms?
There were a lot of tourists there, as far as there was a touring company from Japan there. There was a lot of Japanese people there loving life.
Those people have endless money. I don't know
they
how
have
they do
so
it.
much money.
I know.
I think their economy might be better.
It doesn't matter what part of this country you go to. The Asian people are living it fucking up.
They are having
everywhere.
I fully agree.
My God,
I fully agree.
Whether coast to coast,
I agree.
Every state I've ever been.
Yes, you're right.
I'm like, how?
So, in fact, Daryl and I go, and I said, look, I'm not racist, but why is there?
It has nothing to do. It's just a fact.
It was just a heavy population.
I'm jealous, low key. Everywhere we go, I'm like, God, I mean, look at their clothes. They're impeccable.
Oh, yeah.
They're always wearing like cashmere and like leather loafers.
So we go and everything's great and we're having a grand old time. And then the piano player, he goes, and Greg was like, listen, he goes, this is all fine. He goes, but the fun is when the tourists leave and the locals come.
Oh yeah, that's
because
true.
They're the wealthy older locals come and they get their drink on because they're retired.
Right. They have nothing else
and
to
they
do.
can walk because they practically live there.
Right.
And
if they can't, they Uber everywhere because money's nothing.
They do.
Yeah.
And there's a constant stream of Ubers. And so he goes, and the piano player. So for some reason, the
Uber drivers are the ones that live in Seaside.
Exactly.
And they drive all the rich people around.
Correct.
That's their work.
So we have this beautiful view of this older woman with a visor on dancing and singing along with the piano player who is playing the whole catalog of Michael Jackson this morning.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And I'm like, well, this is great. This is great. I'm like, I mean, a dinner and a show, brunch and a show.
God, every time you guys go to...
But we had the best food. It was so I feel like
you
good.
You had other... you were participating in the karaoke at another story, but anyway...
not you personally. Oh, we watched it. Yes.
I just don't remember. I feel like there was another piano involved.
I'm sure there was. Oh yeah, there's always a piano involved in
a bar. And it was nighttime.
Right. So we finished that amazing. I thought of you because I know you had been out there. I knew that you would love it. Unfortunately, Clint Eastwood wasn't there because we were hoping he would be. He's 100. But when he comes, apparently they have their own table, and he always comes with family. He does not come alone anymore because he's older.
He's so old.
He's like 96
at least.
Yeah, he's old.
Fossil. Yeah.
So, but he does come with his family. They eat there because it's his place, right? So,
I did not know that.
Yes, he owns it, and so unfortunately, he was not there, and I was kind of bummed because I'm like, I kind of wanted to see him, you know?
Right.
Whatever. Anyway, so then we go back. Now, at this time, I have had and. When we have more time on other shows, I'll go into other details about it if I want to. But I've had 3 mimosas at this point with pineapple juice instead of OJ. Way better.
Way better.
So then we go back to Carmel and we decide to go to the Cypress Inn, which is
yeah, I know where it is.
Doris Day's hotel.
Very pretty.
Gorgeous.
You guys would sure preferred to stay there, but obviously it was booked.
You know, it's a dog-friendly hotel, so I got to tell you,
for you, yeah.
It kind of smells like dog in there, which is fine because there's a lot of great dogs there, but It's not my favorite. It's a beautiful hotel though.
It is pretty.
And it's right there in the middle of everything.
It is.
So we go in there and I've decided lemon drops are my drink of choice today.
Okay.
So I had ordered a couple lemon drops. I'm on my second one and we're sitting in the little bar area, chit-chatting, talking away. And this couple now at this point I'm inebriated.
You have had 5 drinks.
I have. And
mimosas aren't nothing, by the way.
It's like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So
and what food have you had?
The brunch.
Okay.
That was it. And that was at like 11:30, 12.
Oh,
so
yeah.
anyway, so this couple comes in and they're clearly tourists. They're talking and they sound German. And so they're just like, and they see my drink and go, oh, that looks really good. We should get some of those. They're like, what did you have? And I go, oh, it's a lemon drop. So then we're like, hey, let's move to the lounge. It's bigger and it's lovely in there. And we'll just chat, have our cocktails and we'll leave because we had dinner later.
Yeah.
And so everybody gets up, but me. I get up and I decide to walk over to the tourists.
Oh, God.
Stephanie, I wish you'd been there to say, Jamie, no.
Don't do it.
Jamie.
Where the fuck is Daryl?
Oh, he's long gone. He's long gone. Because we all thought we were all going together. And I had gotten up and I go, Stephanie.
These people were probably like,
first of all, they are not fluent. Okay.
oh, God. So they probably didn't even understand what the hell you were saying. And why is she here?
I walk up and I go, are you enjoying your stay?
They're like, do you work here?
They said, they go, oh, we're not staying here. I go, I meant in America. At this point, they're probably like, at this point, some of my party has turned around going, where did Jamie go?
Thankfully.
So they come back. And
Too
they're
late.
They're like, oh, and I'm like, in the United States, are you visiting? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, well, enjoy your stay. They're like, thank you. I go, where are you from? I just can't let it go. And they're like, oh, Germany. And I go, oh, well, that's what I thought. Well, have a nice day. And I left. And they're like, what are you doing?
I'm just going up to random strangers and
I don't know.
wishing them a pleasant vacation.
Oh my God. So we go and
Which,
sit
by
down.
the way,
they're just like, you know what? This is what's ruined me is the political life of our country has ruined me because now I'm like, I need everyone to know that we're not all assholes.
oh God,
That's what was in my brain.
But people don't really think that.
Nobody thinks
it's
that.
in the media and on
It's
social media.
it's only
But in real life, no one thinks that.
far
Yeah.
removed from the reality of life is social media and online.
It's literally-
normal people are normal.
That's true.
The shit that goes crazy is usually somewhere else in a political realm. It's not
and it
normal
gets
every
highlighted
day.
on social media as
Right.
though it happens everywhere
And
all
it
the time,
doesn't.
and it does not.
So I was like, well, that was a dumb thing.
Well-
I mean, I'm drunk enough to know that it was not necessary to let them know.
no harm done.
It was no harm done. So we're sitting in there,
I
and
just think Americans are really friendly, probably.
a lot of people say that actually.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
To the point of annoyance to a lot.
yes. So we're sitting in this bigger lounge area chit-chatting and Greg's like, what were you doing in there? And I'm like, I don't know. I was just telling them to enjoy their stay. They're like, he's like, you don't work here. And I'm like, shut up. All right.
Like, I
no."
get it.
So then this girl
'Cause
probably
you've never done anything dumb while you were drunk before.
Oh
God.
no, are you kidding? I've seen this man serenade people
Jamie,
in bars.
He was speaking a different language that doesn't exist at our house.
Yes, you're right. Anyway,
He's like,
I remember that. I'm like, are you speaking in tongues now? What are you doing? So funny.
and then he laughed because he realized he did it. He's like, "What am I doing?"
It's crazy.
But it's okay. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm
No,
just saying
no,
we
no,
have
no. We've all done dumb
and
shit.
I have as well.
So we're sitting there chit-chatting and talking about whatever, and I'm telling them how I'm old and ugly now. And Greg's like, men don't look at you anymore? I go, no. And
Oh,
Daryl's
bullshit.
like, what the fuck are you talking about? They look at you all the time. And I'm like, no, they don't. And
Yes,
Greg's
they
like,
do.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't look at men. I hate most men, so it doesn't matter. And then
That's what it is.
This
Is that
little
you just
girl,
don't look.
this little girl walks in. She's like 25, 26. And she lays down in the corner and she's like struggling. And all of a sudden, an ambulance and a fire truck
Oh,
show
no.
up. And I turn and I go, are you all right? And she goes, I'm having I have an arrhythmia. And my
geez.
mom called 911. And so I go, oh, so this is all for you? And she goes, yes. We're like, oh my God, do we need to move? Because there was like 7 gorgeous firemen surrounding her and her poor mother. And I'm like, do we move? I feel like we're in the way. And they're like, no, you're fine. You know, they were just monitoring her and stuff. In fact, I don't even think they took her.
Oh.
But anyway, I digress. So that was my awkward moment. And then the other night we went to dinner with them, and Greg goes, "Is there anyone at the bar you would like to ask if they're enjoying their stay here in Sacramento?"
You're like,
and I'm like, "Shut up,
right?
Shut up!
Quit bringing it up.
Please stop it."
Well, that's funny.
Anyway, well, I'm excited about your adventures. Yeah. I'm excited to tell you about my anniversary weekend next visit.
Oh yeah,
next
that'll be good. I'm dying.
You're gonna die. You're going to die. When I told somebody one of the stories, and they're looking at me like, that does not happen to people. I go, oh, well, it happened to us.
Yeah, it does happen.
It happened. Anyway. All right. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you next time. Bye.